We're Haven City Church, a spiritual community that loves Jesus, preaches the gospel, and lives like missionaries in our everyday lives.
Hey, I'm EJ Lahita, and I'm 25. 25. Yes, sir. I can play the saxophone, and I'm a Spider-Man enthusiast. For me, my expectation was it's a city, so I expected a little bit of a, city-like attitude. But the people are nicer than I thought. I was expecting a little bit more cold shoulders. But when you get to certain areas, people are more than willing for you to pray for them, ask them questions. So I got a lot more hospitality than I thought I would receive. But God showed a way that He can move the hearts of man better than I can. We did a little tour of Baltimore, and we went to the west side. We saw this kind of deep depravity in these neighborhoods where it looked like people were just left out of the equation. Like they weren't even part of the city. And I could feel this loneliness, this sadness of, man, this is what it means to be designated somewhere else as I'm a lower person. I don't even exist. And for me, that kind of broke my heart. I broke my heart a lot. I'm still thinking about them right now. Just driving past them, they would look at us and I just see this hopelessness in their eyes. They live as if God has abandoned them. And so, man, my heart is deeply broken for you, man. It's just the west side, even just the west side of Baltimore, where people are just kind of thrown away as trash. And I don't want people to feel like trash. Again, God doesn't want them to feel like trash. So to come to Baltimore and to see those neighborhoods, man, see projects for the first time. I'm from Houston, we don't have projects. Getting to know the church here, Haven City, y'all are so good. Y'all are so sweet and everything. I feel like it feels like family. It feels like, I never left home. So, man, I'm so thankful for God for allowing us the opportunity to come here, and so this has been such a great opportunity to, share in the love and the burden of Christ, that God has allowed us to bear with Him. I think the culture is way different. I really think there's the opportunities to mesh is far greater here. I think it allows for such a great chance to see how God wants us to be, I've seen people just be able to speak Spanish to one another, and kind of share this language other than the English language. And once you share the language, you're able to bridge the gap, I think that's something that Jesus wanted us to do. And God has given us an opportunity to do here in Baltimore. We talked to a guy named, I think, Ernie, the first night we came here. We were dead tired. We came back from a long day helping out here at the Compassion Center. And let's go get some dinner. And so we went to go find some dinner, and we found this guy named Ernie. And we shared the gospel with him, man. And we shared the gospel and prayed for him. And he came to church the next day, and he was had tears in his eyes and everything. And so that shows that, man, people are soft soil, man, but seeds are being planted, and God is doing the work, right? And man may plant, one may harvest, but God is the one that brings the growth.
Do you think that you would consider coming back?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is such a great place for ministry and kind of practicing your faith. Obviously I have my home back at Houston, and I need to take what I've learned here, and what I've experienced here, and kind of take that passion and bring it to Houston, because we need to minister to our community too. But I believe that, man, Baltimore is also the place where we need to start ministering better, So I definitely send more. We want to go share the gospel. It's kind of sad, when we pass by those project houses, and Sly was talking about this was full of life, where'd the people go, and I'm glad I was able to talk to Ronell. We talked to Ronell, and he even said, man, pray for the women here. They're being abandoned, they're single moms probably, they're trying to take care of their family, and they're being kicked out. Man, it breaks your heart. It breaks your heart a little bit. And so it really changes your mind and clears, really wakes you up to the depravity that's going on in this world. When we went to DC, it was was a lot of fun. It really was a lot of fun. We visited the Bible Museum, and honestly, yesterday when we went to DC, it felt like a moment of spiritual refreshment, right? This has been such a blessing. It's been such a blessing to go out and share the gospel, be able to encourage and support our brothers and sisters here in Baltimore. And so if you want to go to Baltimore, if you want to go share the gospel here, if you want to bring joy and the joy that Jesus has given you, come to Baltimore, kind of share that joy that God has given you to the people that really are in need of it.